My name is Steve Russa. I am a certified master spiritual coach. And just to give you a quick little backstory about me, I've recently come off of a 2 year spiritual awakening. My spiritual awakening was sparked was sparked by a lot of the
Mhm.
things that people go through. Usually spiritual awakenings are sparked by crises, extreme circumstances that people go through. And, I went through a rough time with my wife. We were on the verge of divorce. My son was going through a lot. I
Mhm.
had invested in some commercial real estate properties that weren't doing well. I had lost my job, and in all those circumstances, to make a long story short, basically began to raise my consciousness. Like, what are we here for? Why am I doing this? Why am I chasing this ideal of materialism, this ideal society's ideal of success and whatnot. And this can't be
Mhm.
what life is about. This can't be God's purpose for me. All those things. So that began my consciousness to shift. I went through my spiritual awakening. I went through what they call the dark night of the soul, which is an extremely tough time where you're questioning everything. You're
Mhm.
depressed. You're sad. You're in this battle between your ego self and your higher self. You're making that transition from everything that you've heard, everything that you've learned, everything that you were taught, and you're transitioning over to the spiritual realm, spiritual way of thinking things, spiritual way of doing things. So when you go through that, no, the things that you used to do, jobs, some people, some relationships, whatnot, they don't resonate with you anymore.
Mhm.
So that basically began my education into quantum physics, Dolores Cannon, Michael
Mhm.
Newton, Brian Wise. I went to the Academy, Transformation Academy, to gain my spiritual certification,
Mhm.
and I couldn't go back to the old me. And I wanted to help people that have been through similar situations I had, that were feeling
Mhm.
lost or going through a spiritual awakening, or were wondering what it's all about and whatnot. And as a spiritual coach, I'll say this real quick: a spiritual coach's job is not to make you believe any certain thing. It's not to have you take on their beliefs or their way of thinking. It's just to expand your mind to get you out that box so that you come into
Mhm.
yourself, that you realize your inner power, and you connect with your spiritual side, and you realize your truth. That's what it's about.